What's up, guys? So I just got back from a video game store. It's a little mom and pop video game store that is in a small town near where I live, and I get a lot of my games from there. They have a huge selection, and they just put a ton of games on a shelf, and it's like two for $7 or $3, and then at the end when I buy a ton of games, they usually give me, a good chunk of money off my purchase because I buy so many games there, and it's just a great atmosphere to go there and buy games and so I just went there today and just bought a ton of games ton of games that I wanted to kind of show you guys and then just hear your opinions on these games because again when I go there I do a lot of blind buys. I know a lot about video games. I know a lot of different types of video games and all that stuff. But still, there's so many video games out there. I'm still at a loss with when I'm looking at these games, thinking to myself, "Wow, I've never heard of this game, but it looks awesome." So I usually just do a blind buy. Now that might be dumb, but I'm only spending a couple bucks per game, so it pays out most of the time. And when it doesn't, the games are usually really bad. So that's fun. It's fun to find those games too. So let's get started. The first group of games here are Super Nintendo games. Uh, Now, obviously, this is a classic Wing Commander, but I've never played it, so looking forward to checking that out. Now, know nothing about this game, Sequest. I don't know if this was a movie or if it's just a game or what, but you can see it's seen better days, and I figured a game that's in this shape must have been pretty good. I mean, look at the back of this thing's beat up. So hopefully it's good. We'll see. This one I've never Spanky's Quest. I've never heard of this one either. So I don't know if it's like a platformer or what, but I'm excited to check that one out. I'll be probably looking these games up on YouTube and seeing playthroughs and stuff like that to see if they're good and which ones I want to play first. Um, Next, now I know a little bit about this game, Jurassic Park: The Chaos Continues, but I think it's more of like a side-scrolling kind of like a shooter more than the top-down view from the original. I might be wrong on that though. That might be the Rampage edition for Jurassic Park for the Sega. But anyway, I'm excited to check that one out. I love like video games based on cartoons. This is the Roadrunners Death Valley Rally. So little platforms like this is what made the Super Nintendo and such a great system. So I can't wait to check that one out as well. Um, I had the first and third Star Wars. I didn't have this one, so I had to pick that one up. That's Super Empire Strikes Back. Um, this is Buster Busts Loose. This is another little platformer by Konami. Great little platformer from what I hear. Can't wait to check that one out. I don't know anything about this game, Operation Logic Bomb. I don't know what type of game this is, but I can't wait to check it out. Here's another game that I am very unfamiliar with, and that is what's this called? Soldiers of Fortune. Looked interesting. Um, Tough Enough. I don't know if this is the one that's like a beat 'em up, or what this is. Or if it's in like the what's there's a series with Rival Turf. I don't know if this is part of that Rival Turf series or not, but anyway, that looks good. I know this is like a little bit of a side-scrolling platformer beat 'em up type game, so I'm excited to check that one out. That's Cutthroat Island. This movie was the biggest. By the way, little side note. This movie was one of the biggest movie flops ever. It was like worse than Waterworld or close to Waterworld as far as how much this movie flopped. But to be honest with you, it's a great movie. If you're into pirates and like the Pirates of the Caribbean movies, this has Gina Davis in it. It's incredible. Check it out. Like must see DVD. It's awesome. Um, and then last but not least, for my Super Nintendo stuff, I can't believe I didn't have this game, Lion King. I remember playing it a ton as a kid, a ton. But I know it's a great little platformer. All right, next moving on. Here's some random stuff. Doom 64. Uh, I'm not sure what kind of style this is. If it's like a 3D environment or if it's a first-person shooter or what. But excited to play that. Earthworm Jim 3. don't know anything about this game, if it's again side scroller or if it's a 3D world. This I was so excited that they had this game. I already have it, but I don't have it complete, and so I was very excited that they had this. And again, I mean, I think that I paid like $7 for this or $5 or something like that. I mean, what a great deal. Uh, I had the what's the greatest hits version of this, but I had to get update that. Now here's a really interesting uh, I guess guide for the Nintendo that I got. It's the Consumer Guide Strategies of Nintendo Games. This just looks really interesting. It has awesome artwork in it. There's like Gauntlet. Let me turn to like a cool page that everyone's familiar with. Um, or a game. I mean, this has like Zelda. Here's like Mike Tyson Punch Out. So they have like screenshots then in that. I mean, that's pretty cool, isn't it? And it gives you like tips and stuff like that. And that's that. And then last thing, I have a couple. Now this was 10 for 20, or yeah, 10 or what? No, 6 for 15. Um, these are GameCube games: Space Raiders, Wave Race, Geist. I heard this was an awesome. I mean, all gen gamers always talk about that. Star Wars, Clone Wars. That's cool. And then, last but not least, this I always see these everywhere. They must have made a ton of these games, and they're always super cheap. So I figured, look, I might as well get it now versus later. So got that. So anyway, guys, that's all I got. Let me know how those NES or Super NES games are. Thanks for watching.